Oh man, find a new upload for the first time in like 2 weeks. I thought you died. I thought you KYS'd yourself. As much as I want to do that because I have been working like a lot of 12 plus hour days lately, I simply just don't have time to make videos to mess around on the computer. Quite honestly, there's been so many days where I would just come home from work, eat, fall asleep, and then next thing I know, I have to go to work the next day. It's really sad, actually, to be completely real with you. I don't know how much longer I can do this. Anyways, let me quit crying. That's not going to solve anything. I bet you noticed there's a different style of gameplay in my video now. And that is simply because I was fucked up the other day, got mad that my internet disconnected and slammed my controller on the ground. And as you can see, it kind of exploded. Anyways, to the topic of today's video, we have this person named neekolul. If you don't know who she is, I'm sure you know who the OK Boomer girl is. That's the same person. She allegedly is renting or bought a $2 million apartment, and I feel like we should talk about it. Now, before I get too deep into the video, I just want to reiterate there's nothing wrong with being rich. There's nothing wrong with having nice things. If I had the money to get these things, I would have nice things just like this person. But when you share a political ideology about taxing the rich, make the rich pay their fair share, the redistribution of wealth, it's very disingenuous to post a video where you're essentially just shoving this in everybody's face. You're flexing on the people who made you rich. And quite honestly, I don't like it. Like, I don't like this person to begin with for multiple reasons. And this was just like icing on the cake. It was a very poor decision by her to record this video, in my opinion. This is a prime example of why I don't take the whole tax the rich movement seriously. Because everybody who is like the leaders of this movement, or whatever you want to call it, is AOC, people like Bernie Sanders. Now, do I not like their political views? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the people who are leading this movement of tax the rich, make sure they pay their fair share, they themselves are rich and they aren't doing anything to redistribute wealth or whatever you want to call it. Now, I understand they want it to be systematically changed where rich people have to pay more. That's why I think it's bullshit, because these people cry about the rich, how greedy they are. While I agree with them, when they become rich, they still do it, but they're contradicting themselves because they themselves aren't actually doing anything to redistribute wealth or whatever. And I don't care. You know what, man? The way I see it is, I'm just going to control what I can control. I work hard, which doesn't mean shit. I make, decent money. I'm not complaining. Based on where I live, it's a lot to, I can live on it, is what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying, I'm not one of these people that's crying about how the rich are so greedy and it's not fair. Is it not fair? It doesn't really matter. I only worry about the stuff that I can control. And I'm not one of these people. But she is one of these people, and this is just an example of, I can't have this thing, so you shouldn't either, which is a disgusting mindset, like I was saying. And before I finish my little monologue, before we actually get into the video, I'd just like to do a little dive into her Twitter account. From October 22nd, 2018, quote, she says, "How rich and delusional do you have to be to send me from the front gate to gate 1, because that's where you take deliveries. It's a key, lady. I'm giving you back your key." So I'm assuming she worked at some kind of like delivery service or a company that delivered. Now, another tweet from last week. Beamer girl, blue heart emoji, and a picture of her with a brand new BMW, a car that costs a minimum of like $60,000. Yeah, how's that doing for wealth redistribution?
That's pretty fancy, a wine fridge. We don't have wine in there, but it's fancy, so. We have our Nespresso over here. I actually don't drink coffee, but like, this is nice. You know, you got the famous oven that I burn everything on. We got this neat fridge that holds food. This is like Martha Stewart vibe.
In the beginning of the video, I'll be honest with you, not off to a good start. It's pretty much just flexing the whole time. But she's just saying how stainless steel appliances is only something that would attract the Martha Stewart crowd. I mean, you can think that, but that's simply not true. Stainless steel looks fucking dope. Obviously, if you have something that's stainless steel, that means you have money. I mean, it's a cool little kitchen or whatever, but yeah, nice added flexing already on top of the flex video of you saying, oh yeah, here's stuff that I don't use.
Here, living room area. This is my brother's nest over here. He's just staying here for a while. This is not normally here. Okay, I just want to point that out. A couch will be here soon. We have a beanbag where my brother also nests and plays video games for now.
I just want to say, I forgot to say this earlier. Why do men simp for her? She literally looks 12 years old. I don't know how old she is. Obviously, she's at least like fucking 21 or something or whatever. But she is dressed like how a 12-year-old would dress, and that's just creepy. That's all I'm saying. That's just something I noticed. That's just an observation. And so she lets her brother stay with her or whatever, and it honestly looks like he has no privacy. And she's like, oh yeah, this is his nest. He's not going to be here forever. So, like I said, if you can't even redistribute wealth to your family, you're not going to do it to, you know, people who you don't even know that are poor. And that's what it looks like it is. That's all I'm saying. That's just an inkling that I got. It's just an observation. This person comes across as very greedy. That's all I'm going to say.
How high we are, because it reminds me that we're one earthquake away from death. So this is a bathtub I never use, by the way. I never use this bathtub, but like, it's nice.
Yeah, dude, this motherfucking apartment is so goddamn big. There's different wings. That is extravagantly unnecessary. Especially for somebody who's so for wealth redistribution and taxing the rich. Anyways, she shows us her view from about 20 stories up, where she looks down on the common everyday working person, working their fingers to the bone, put their blood, sweat, and tears into a job that they don't even like, sacrifice their mental health, sacrifice doing stuff they want to do in life just to eat, just to have a roof over their head. That's where she looks down on those people. And I mean, the earthquake thing, I'll put it this way. If there wasn't an earthquake, I wouldn't be sad. No hate, but yeah, I wouldn't be sad. I cannot finish that video. That's it. I'm gonna go hang myself, so I'll see you guys later.